let's say you want to write your favorite statement into Python. That's a good one. Okay. And then for whatever reason, you got to write it again. All right, that's simple. Just copy paste it, right? But then you have to write it 10 times. Okay, well, that's easy too. You just copy paste. So that's 4, 6, 8, 10. There, easy. Now you got to write it 100 times. Okay, I mean, kind of a pain, but okay, that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, there. Now we've printed out 100 times. But then you realize you want to change the statement. You got a similar problem that you had back when we were talking about functions. So I got to replace all these, which I can do, but it's a pain. And then you get told you have to do it not 100 times, but 100,000 times. We got a problem, right? Well, this is where loops come in. Loops are one of the very important building blocks of this type of programming that we're learning. You're probably going to be using a lot of loops in your life. So here's what you do. We're going to create just a counter, something to count how many times we're going to do something. I'm just going to call it A. And we're going to start it at 0 because for whatever reason in computer science, we really like to start counting at 0 for some reason. More on this a little bit. And then we're going to have a while statement. While A is less than 100,000, colon. And then we indent. And then we say print there we go. So you'll notice it has a lot in common with an if statement. Except instead of if, we say while, and then we've got some condition here. And basically, while this condition is true, we're going to execute this code. So the way I have it written, if I hit run, I'm going to run into a problem. I'm going to go into what they call an infinite loop. Because 0 is always less than 100,000. So we need to increment our counter. We're just going to add 1 every time we go through the loop. And this is really easy to do. A equals whatever A was before, and we're going to add 1. So we're overriding what A is. And we can do this. We can say A, you're going to be assigned to what A was before plus 1. It's just an increment. It's an easy way to just count. So every time we go through this loop, we're going to count plus 1. And then once A becomes 100,000, this condition won't be true anymore, right? Because 100,000 is in fact not less than 100,000. It's equal to. Now, if for whatever reason we started our counter at 1, we would have to do this to make it actually do it 100,000 times. So I'm going to go back to 0, and I'm going to load up my script. Run 6.1. There we go. This is probably going to take a while. Yeah, it's probably going to take a while. 100,000 is quite a bit. In fact, the only reason it takes a while is because we're printing. The printing is a little bit slow. If I canceled it. I pressed Control-C to cancel whatever I was doing. If I got rid of the print statement, I'm going to comment that out. More on comments a little bit later. If I just increment, if I'm just counting, watch how much faster. Look, it ran instantly. So the computer's really fast. It's just the print statements that were slow. So just FYI. See how fast that script ran? It's almost instant.